welcome to Wendy's Colouring, and today, as you can see from my thumbnail, I have got the Kalour pencils. I have been stalking these on Amazon for quite a while now, Amazon UK. I think you can get them in the States, can't you, quite cheaply, easily on Amazon. It's not been the case in the UK at all. They've been, £99, £100, depending what set you're looking at. There's been the odd few weeks where they were on a little bit of an offer, but they've always been at Christmas and periods like that where I really couldn't justify spending on myself, really. So I got fed up of waiting for them to be on a decent deal on Amazon, and instead I have purchased them off AliExpress. And in case you wondered, is it okay to buy pencils off AliExpress? Yes, you need to be careful. There's a lot of pencil sellers on Amazon, but oops, sticking to my nest. This is how my pencils have arrived, in this kind of bizarre, inflatable, excuse the sellotape getting stuck to my desk, this like inflatable packing that I think you normally get laptops and things coming in. So yeah, I was quite impressed. So it's in this, which is a full 360 wrap. As you can see, I've already opened the end, and then inside, easier said than done, it's in more packaging. Ooh. Oh, good grief. And that thing is, yeah, oh goodness, it's got so much tape on it as well. But yeah, this stuff, I'm quite impressed though. Like, obviously it's coming a long way. So I got, oh, take the lid off, let's not do that. Why's the lid come off? Oh, I got, oh, it's upside down, that's helpful, isn't it? Let's twist that around. I got this set, the 300 premium colour pencils. Let me lift it out, this last bit of foam. Oh goodness, they've certainly packaged it well though. I'm quite impressed. But I got these from AliExpress. Now I've seen these since on Temu, and it's even cheaper on there for this set, and it's free packaging, free shipping on Temu. I had to pay shipping on Ali for these, but I think it was only £8, something like that. So I think I've paid about £60 for these from Ali. They haven't been less than £99 when I've been watching them on Amazon up to now. Although, amusingly, I've just looked at them today and now they're £97 today on Amazon. But I've still saved a fair chunk of money from getting them from Ali. And like I say, they are on Temu as well. I don't know how well they'll be packaged from them. I bought these from a seller that I bought them macarons from a few months ago. So I knew they packaged pencils really nicely. They sent it in that kind of air bubble wrap thing just for my macarons that I think were like £13 or something like that. So I knew that they packaged pencils really well. So I felt fairly confident that I was okay buying these from them. So, ooh, this is quite a chunky tin. It is quite a deep tin. Selection from Kalour on the side. What else is there? It's getting difficult to show you. Available colour pencils, available in a variety of sets and colours. Yes, just mainly advertisements for them. Obviously the bottom has things in, but it's still full of pencils, so I'm not going to show you the bottom till it's empty. So yeah, I thought I'd see what they're like. I'm not a great oily pencil user, and I suspect these are oily ones, even though they're saying soft touch, premium expert, artist premium colours, rich vibrant colours, we'll see, smooth leads, non-toxic. But yeah, I was quite excited to have a go and see what these are like, 'cause I've heard so much about them. What have we got? Oh, an aroma, that's what we've got. Yeah, that's chemically smell, I think is the honest answer. It's not the smell you get from Illuminance when you open a brand new box of those. No, it's definitely kind of a painty, chemically smell. However, we have got, let's move that to the side for a sec so that we can actually fit this on the screen. We've got a swatch chart on pen, colour name. Does it mean on pencil? I'm guessing it does. This is a very thick card though. And this is a very big swatch chart. Don't panic, I'm not doing this on camera, this swatch chart. Why is the font different there to here? we've done it every time. Somebody likes changing fonts as they're doing things. We'll do one font, then we'll do another font, then we'll do a different... Is that back to the original one? Oh no, it's back to the original one. How funny. Nice to see they've got names and numbers, and they seem like quite sensible names so far, although I'm sure there's some daft ones in there somewhere. This is quite good quality thing though. I'm quite impressed with how nice that is. Then we've got a fairly useless tiny bit of very thin foam. I can't even show you. That is very thin foam. It's probably kept them a little bit still, hasn't it? But I suspect the rest of that has probably done better. Let's grab one and have a look at it. So we've got lots of reflection and we can't see. Let's try a different colour. See if it's less blingy in my lights. Not really. Perhaps I should put my glasses on. Maybe that would help. Eyes are tired. Filming this in the evening, which means my eyes are tired. So we've got pumpkin yellow, which apparently has got a 5-star light fast rating. Of course it has. And we're calling it number 30, and we've got Kalour, and that's it. That's all there is on there. It's fairly embossed. Obviously, I know this always looks lovely when it's embossed in the metallics, but I know my Artesas, for example, it just, as soon as I start using it and that bit's sitting in your hand there, I found that just rubbed off on my Artesas, so I don't know whether they will on these. Obviously trying to find the same pencil colour in these, if it rubs off, is going to be a problem. But let's have a look, excuse my glasses, at what we've got. So we've got yellows, ooh, random green in there, cadmium yellow. Seems like, I don't know if that's in the right place. We'll see. Maybe when I swatch them I'll see. We seem to have a metallic there. Is that a metallic? Why did I just take my glasses off? I hate it when my eyes are tired and they don't want to focus. Metallic orange. Don't think I've had a metallic orange pencil before. Let's have a look anyway. Tray 1. They all look like they've arrived quite nicely. Is that one a little broken? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we've got a bit of a... I think that's a sharpening fault rather than a actual transit break, because it's the wood, look, is actually chipped in the wood. So I don't think that's from the travel, I think that's from the manufacture. But all the rest in that tray look like they've arrived quite nicely. Ooh, that is a bright tray of pencils. Yeah, that's a nice selection of colours, isn't it? That one looks like, again, we've got something going on with the nib. Will it focus? Looks, yeah, there's a bit of a chip out the nib, which is not in there. So I'm wondering if that happened when they sharpened it. That's got a bit of a fault on the body as well. Look at that, where has it gone? Like, it's like the paint fault. It's almost like there's too much paint there, or something's fallen on it when the paint was wet and they've just painted over it or something like that. It's a bit weird. Pencil looks okay though. And all the rest of those tips look okay. Lovely colours. These, I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera, these are definitely fluorescent, what are they called? Fluorescent Peach Red 235 and Fluorescent Rose Pink 234, and I'm guessing that one is as well. Fluorescent Orange Red 231, yeah, very bright. We've got a metallic, not that I use, metallic red 208. Some lovely pink purples, very nice colours. Then we got blues. Oh, these trays are not easy to pick up. Not with nails. All the points look like they survived in quite nicely. Can't see anything obvious with them. Got another metallic. I don't know why I keep picking the metallic out. I never use them, but For some, oh, that's got a fault on it as well. Look, at the end down here, felt it as soon as I picked it up. Got like an extra bit of paint on there. Metallic cyan blue. Lovely teals. Yeah, must admit, I'm loving the look of the colours, certainly. Ooh, greens. How are they looking? Yeah, they look alright. They smell. They do smell. Soon goes though once you've had them open, doesn't it? I know my brutes are like that. The smell is quite strong. There's another metallic. What are we calling it? Metallic light green. 212. I love these kind of greens. These like really limey, rich greens. It's this one that I find difficult. Oh, it's the fluorescent green, that's why. This is quite nice, almost like a grey green, like that one. Mint green, I'm not sure I'd describe that as mint. It looks more like a grey green to me in real life here. Yeah, I like it though. Ooh, ooh, pinky purples. That is a nice tray of colours. Yeah, I like that. Oh, look at that. What colour's that? Greyish pink. Yeah, that's a bit different as well. I like that. And we've got a metallic next to it. What's that one? Metallic violet. Love these rich kind of fuchsia-y purples. That's actually the paint. Much actually darker when you look at the actual pencil than the paint. Magenta. 4-star Lightfast. Of course it is. I don't believe the Lightfast testing at all. Doesn't matter to me as a colourist. I'm not leaving it on the window ledge all day. But yeah, some nice. That's a lovely purple. I do like purples. I use purple quite a lot. Literally just called purple. Very nice. Like it. That's also quite a nice rich plummy tone. Yeah, what else? Ooh, browns. But we've got quite a few metallics down here. Kind of lovely red browns and a random, what's that? Deep magenta, is that? Let me pick the tray up so I can see. What's this one on in the brown tray? Deep magenta. That's nice. I like this as well. Like a mulberry colour. What are they called? Mulberry red? Good name choice. As I already knew what it was before I picked it up. They've got some metallics here. What have we got? Metallic flesh tint. Has anyone got metallic flesh? I've not personally seen a person with metallic flesh, but you know. Metallic red-brown. Embossing's a bit strange on that. It's like the bottom's been overpressed. It's like a bit of a ridge. Metallic coffee. That doesn't sound nice. Would you like a cup of metallic coffee? No, no thanks. Metallic pale gold. And metallic green gold. This is a nice colour next to that actually. Again, kind of colour I love. Olive yellow, very nice. Very useful, those kind of colours. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, more greens. Oh, and a black that doesn't quite fit in. Look, what's going on here? Ooh. They all look fine, but the black is in the bottom of the tray there, but it does not fit in the container. It's actually too big. How strange. Is it just that slot that it doesn't fit into? Swap them. Nope, the black is too big. It does not fit in its slot. You were a giant of a pencil, black. Feels okay. Oh, it's got a little bit of a, again, paint issue. They definitely have some paint. Oh, and a little nick out of it there, like a machine's had it and I've just caught the paint. There's definitely some paint issues. They look lovely paint wise, the colours are beautiful, most of them are really nicely made. Metallic pale violet. I'm curious to see how the swatch goes with these. 219 metallic light purple. Is that one also a metallic? The paint on the metallic ones is really beautiful, it really is. It looks metallic. Metallic indigo. Is that one also a metallic? Metallic teal. It's funny how they're mixed up with ones that are not, like that one's... Oh, that is a metallic blue. Idiot Wendy. But that one's not. Light sea breeze, that one's where the metallics end. And then we've got another random grass green metallic there. Yeah. Let's put that one back in. Feels like it's a never-ending tin, this pencils, doesn't it? How far does it go? How many trays have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 7 trays out already. This is the 8th. Haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So this is 8th tray. And we've now got greys, more metallics, more browns, and some more greys. What's this colour? Also looks interesting. Dark brownish grey. Oh, it was looking a bit purple in the light, but apparently it's a grey. Got another silver there. Another bronzy metallic. Yeah, there's quite a few metallics in this set. Yep. What do they look like? They all seem like they've survived. That one sharpened a bit offside, isn't it? That one. Where is it? That one. It looks like cores off centre because the sharpening is not looking square, is it? So that's got an off centre lead. I haven't noticed many like that though. Most of them are looking pretty straight. Ooh, pastel-y tray. That is a nice set of pencils in there. Ooh, don't do that. Quick. Move it before I drop it. Yeah, those leads all look fine, don't they? Let me rest it a little bit. Oh no! It's all going wrong. Get it back in your little holes. Ah. Yeah, they're nice as well. Lovely colours. I do like some pastel pencils. I use them a lot. Blusher. It's only got a 1-star rating. Yeah, they're pretty. Can't see any obvious issues. Although, what's going on with that paint there? Yeah, it kind of feels like I don't think you'll be able to see it on the camera. It kind of feels like here, like they've embossed this underneath and then just painted over it. You can almost see that it says Kalour underneath the paint, and the same here on the side. Again, I don't think the camera's picking it up. Feels like it's been repainted, that pencil. I love that colour palette though. Oh, is this the last one? How many have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this must be tray 10. Ooh, what a strange selection of pencils at the bottom. Ooh, how have the pencils at the bottom survived? All still seems to have cores. A bit more. There seems to be a bit of more bashing about here, don't they? They've clearly hit the edge a little bit more. Let me move the tin. I'm going to actually put these down. Give that a second. Yeah. Pencil looks okay though. Sound okay. Yeah, what a strange selection of pencils to have at the bottom. So you've got all those trays of colour-coded pencils, and then we've got a random bloody red at the bottom. Strange name choice. Then we've got a eggplant. I suppose that makes sense with these kind of purpley tones. Oh, this seems a bit random. This blue in the middle of kind of beiges and creams. Green blue 272. I mean, I like it. I like a tealy pencil, but why is it there? It would have even made more sense down there, maybe. Or with the other blues. How strange. I think these are greens that I'm saying are beiges. So that says it's lime. Now, I don't know about you, but that does not look lime to me. That looks like a grey green. Yellow, green, grey. I think you're also a green grey. I think that's why you're on this tray. I like these though. But yeah, seems a bit of a strange end to the box, doesn't it? I really love some of these trays though. This one I think is beautiful. Yes, so I need to have a play about with them, I think. So I think what my plan is obviously all of this needs doing, but then they're a bit easier to know what on earth I've got, because this is quite a lot of pencils. It's not my biggest set because I do have the is it 520, the Brute Funa set. I'm curious to see how similar these are to those. Those aren't terrible. They are a lot more than this set though, so you know, interested to see how they are against these. But I think I'm going to do a bit of swatching, but before I do that, I think I just want to have a quick feel for what they feel like. They're quite smooth. Oh, they do smell though. Now I'm leaning forward towards it. I can smell them. Yeah, they feel like where you get to a resisting point with them is what it feels like, layering them in the same place a few times. I feel like they'll get to a point where you can't work them anymore. And they are quite dusty, as you can see. Let's bring you in a bit, then you can see a bit better. Not that this is particularly riveting to watch. But yeah, I kind of feel, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. They definitely have some wax in them because I can see the kind of shine on the page. I don't think it's picking up for you really, but yeah, there's certainly quite a lot of dust on there coming off them. Not that this colour will go over, but just curious to see what you'd see of it. don't know if I think the pigment lays down a little bit unevenly. Maybe it's just this pad. I do scribble a lot of things in this pad just to test them, so it may have some impressions on the surface that it's just pulling up. Oh, definitely need my brushy brush. Yep. Yeah, they don't feel dreadful. I suspect they'll need something with a bit of texture, colouring book wise. I think what I'm going to do now is do all of this, sorry, all of this swatch chart. I'm not going to do it on camera because it's going to take quite a while, isn't it? Let's be honest. And nobody wants to see me swatching 300 colours. That, well, maybe someone does, but I'm going to say most of you probably don't. So I'm going to swatch them and then I shall be back in a second for you. But for me, it'll probably be another day by the time I come back after having swatched them. We might try them in a colouring page somewhere just to see what they're like. Maybe on Amazon paper, because that's probably where I'm going to use these lovelies. I've literally, just before I started filming, ordered a pencil case from Amazon, a 300 slot one. I couldn't find any that had single slots though, so it's the 3 slots one. But yeah, these trays, I can't deal with trays because I tip them over, I knock them. I'm too clumsy to deal with trays. So hopefully by the time I see you next, these will have transported magically from out of this tray into a pencil case, and this swatch will be done. And yeah, well, maybe have a think about what I think about them. But my initial impressions, I think for the money, well, there's a lot of colours and they look really beautiful colours. I'm curious to see what they look like when you actually see them, because the paint colours, how similar are they to the actual colour pencil itself? That's interesting. But yeah, I'm really impressed with Ali. I do have to say that. Not paid by them, they're not sponsoring me. This particular seller really packaged them really nicely. There were cheaper sellers on there, but because I knew this seller packaged well, I went back and bought them from that seller rather than from some of the cheaper ones, because I thought there was more chance of them arriving in good condition. And that's important, isn't it? It's no good if I've saved 15 quid if they've arrived and they've been kicked about all the way to the UK from China and they're all destroyed. So yeah, I shall see you in a minute. Okay, so they're all finally out of the tin, so I can have a look at the bottom of the tin. I'll show you the swatch sheet in a second. I've done all of that. Sorry, got a bit of glare, but yeah, it's a bit unavoidable because this tin's so tall. It's kind of catching the light a little bit. Some descriptions here. Not sure I totally agree with all of them. Don't know what I think really. Vast and variety of colour range. Yeah, tick. I will give them that. Softcore lead with highly pigmented. Some are pretty pigmented. Some are definitely not that pigmented. Talk about that in a second. 300 unique, vibrant colours. I don't think they're unique, are they? I don't think they're colours we've never seen before. There's a good selection of colours. I would definitely agree with that. Suitable for precision, colouring and filling, definitely. Ideal for drawing, illustrating, colouring, yep. Break resistant. I've not had a huge amount of breakage. I've sharpened every single one of these, and I've done a little bit of colouring with them as well to show you. I've not had a huge amount of breakage, and considering the distance these have come, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with break resistance. I can't moan about that at all. I think they've performed really well with that. Soft. They are soft, but they're not Prisma soft. They're not that kind of soft. But yeah, they're reasonably comfortable. I think that's how I would describe them. Smooth and thick leads. I don't think the leads are that thick. I suppose I'm thinking of Derwent Drawing. They're nothing like that. But they're a reasonably decent lead in them, I think. Professional grade, artist quality coloured pencils. I don't think some of the painting on those was particularly high quality. Yeah, And definitely the next line, surpassably light fast. That's quite a statement. And acid-free quality pigments. Well, colour pencils generally, the actual pigment is not normally particularly acidic. Normally that comes in the actual paper itself. Unsurpassably light fast. I'm making no comment on it. If I were to leave these in my window for 6 months, I'd be very surprised if reds, pinks, yellows were still on the paper by the end of 6 months. We'll see. Maybe I might do it. Who knows? But yeah, I'm working in colour pencil, aren't I? In colouring books. It doesn't really matter to me what their light fast rating is. If I was doing some work for somebody, maybe I might be more bothered, but probably I would be sensible and not choose this brand and choose one that I know, guarantee, is definitely smooth colour that lays out. Generally, I would agree with that. Superior blending and shading. I've found layering has been more effective with these. I don't think they kind of blend together easily unless you're layering the colours. Vast colour range, definitely. Name and number on them is also pretty good. So, yeah, that's the last of the box. Always upside down. But yeah, this is a chunky tin. Still can't get quite over how deep that tin is. Now then, back to the swatch, which, as it's me, I've managed to get stuff all over it because, you know, it's me. This is not the same order as the trays were inside the trays. So some of these were all over in those trays. And yeah, the trays, there were still colours that were clearly out of order in the tray order. And I was hoping that, because this is in numeric order, this swatch chart, I was hoping when we put them back into numeric order, which, believe you me, that was a job in itself trying to get this done. I was hoping that that would make more sense as a swatch chart, but yeah, we've got aubergine at the bottom that then jumps to pumpkin yellow, which doesn't feel like, you know, a casual, gentle blend into it. And then, as you can see down here, we've got random shallow pink in the middle right next to pale yellow. Why is pale yellow not up here with light yellow? Is it just me, or is that like common sense? And the same with some of these kind of corally colours. I get Sakura, it's probably got a bit more pink in it than salmon and coral, but why Sakura and pink, shallow pink, whatever it's called, why are they not over here with the other pinks? I don't know. And then you've got azalea here, pink, in between cream yellow and butter yellow. It doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me, this swatch sheet. Sheet. I can't talk. Never mind. Yeah, I like the colours, but yeah, when you're looking through these, if you were looking for particular colours, I think it's a bit confusing. I don't understand some of the placements even on this page, and then as you go further into it, it continues to make not a huge amount of sense. I think this is a better selection of colours, but then again you've got random here, dark purple, blue in between, deep purple, sapphire blue, ultramarine, which as you can see looks quite purpley in the tone. And then you've got like a quite tealy greenish blue here. Might have made more sense with that kind of tealy, well, it's saying peacock blue, isn't it, but it's quite tealy looking. And the same up here, azure, cyan, they're all looking quite tealy to the naked eye. I know, me filming your screen, the internet, colours will look slightly different for you as for me. Actually, let me move my light back now. We've not got the tin on the screen because that'll be a little bit better. But yeah, the colour choice, the colour layout in this swatch sheet I find quite consuming. And then when you come back over to these kind of pinky purples, again we've got another tealy green right next to a kind of quite vivid fruit green that's then next to an olive green. Even the greens, it hurts my brain looking at this sheet because it just makes no sense to me. And then you've got this brownish red right next to a silver grey at the bottom. Why is it not here with the other ones, or even with the reds? I don't know. I mean, it's handy and it's good to look at, and I like, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, this is the best quality swatch sheet that I've got in any company's set of pencils. I don't think I've had one that's this good a card. It's a nice, easy to colour layout. The names on it are really clear, and the names on the pencils are really clear. So lots of tick boxes on that. In that respect, I do really like it. I think this is a good size. I could put that in that tin quite easily if I wanted to. It'll fit in my pencil case that I've got for these. Yeah, I just wish the order was better in here. And it carries on all the way through. Eventually you get to the metallics. The metallics I thought were quite surprising pencils, actually. I'm not a great lover of metallics. As you can see, they do have a little bit of sheen at the bottom of the page there. It's almost a slight glittery effect. But yeah, I was quite pleased with metallics. I mean, again, I don't use a metallic pencil very often. If I'm trying to go for a metallic effect, I would probably get normal colours out to try and create that effect. But there's a lot of metallics. They go from down here. Let's bring you in a bit. That might make life a bit easier to have a bit more light on the situation. So they go from here, metallic blue, another blue, orange, red, violet, all the way down here to orange. So all of these ones are metallic, and this section here again in random colour order. But I think they're quite nice, and unlike a lot of brands, you normally get quite a soft silver metallic pencil. That must be reasonably easy to do because lots of brands have reasonably good silvers. But normally when you come to the golds, they're normally hard as rock in a lot of different brands. And these are about the same, each one of them I'd say is the same kind of consistency feel as the other pencils, as the rest of the set. They're all pretty easy to work with. They weren't like rock solid like some of them are, but as you can see they have quite a nice little sheen about them, the metallics. I can see myself maybe trying using them. I think they've got quite a nice little finish, and they do have quite a bit of a sheen. I don't know how well it'll pick up on the camera, but as you can see I've got fluorescence underneath. That is all the fluorescence in that section. And again, I don't use them a huge amount, but I might try and use them. I think they are usable. Some of them don't feel like they've got a huge amount of pigment. Fluorescent green, that took a bit of getting anything down on the paper. Oddly enough, not the yellows, but the green felt it needed working a bit. And I think this purple felt it kind of needed quite a few layers to make it seem anything. Then you've got this random red that was at the bottom of the tin, and it's also in this random place on the swatch chart. Why is that red there and not on the front page? I don't know. I think this set here is basically the pastel set, so possibly the macaron set that's in the bottom of this tin set. They look like they're all the kind of colours out of there, but again you've got random eggplant that's like vivid in there, and then also this violet ultramarine, which is not that different from bright purple that's there. There's maybe a little bit more blue maybe in that, but why is it down here? I just don't understand the order at all. Then you've got some of those quite strange grey tones that have got a hint of colour, which I do like. They're really useful. They're unusual colours. I like those. And then this strange set of kind of caramelly, camel, yellowy browns that could quite easily have just gone with these up here. I don't know. The chart makes no sense to me, but that's where it is. What can you do? I have bought a pencil case for them now because I can't deal with those trays. I'm far too clumsy. Let's go out a little bit. Excuse crumbs on my desk. So I bought a pencil case. This was just a 300 one from Amazon. I wanted one that was, single slotted, really, in an ideal world, but they did not have one that was single slotted. Excuse my notes. Oh, they were the pencils I was using, just in case I needed to know which ones. But I'm pretty happy with where this is. I don't know, I've just moved you in because I need to be out then. I've kind of gone off the crazy swatch cheat. I don't like it, if I'm honest. I did this set and I've done this bit. I've done what I always do. So when I'm organising a pencil case, if I shove it back a bit, I just use a piece of sticker paper. So I buy A4 printer sticker paper. You can get it from Amazon's, all the Amazons. I just chop it into rough strips, and then as you can see, I do a swatch, the name, and if I shove them back, you can see the little numbers are in there as well, so that when I'm putting them away, particularly this set that makes no colour sense in this order, honestly, I think once I get to know these a bit more, they probably won't be staying in this order because it's just mad. But I think I need to get to know them a little bit more, because there's always that difference between the actual lead and the paint. Mostly these are not too bad for that. There's quite a lot of names that I think don't suit the pencil, like lime. These should have been lime. Those aren't lime. There's something else. The lime is really insipid and pale. It's nothing like a lime colour. But yeah, I've got them in here now. I think I got to about, well, I did that front page and thought, this front section, and thought, ugh, what is going on with this colour order? I can't have it like that. So at this point, when I turned to this one, I roughly got the ones out that were supposed to be next in this section, then thought, no, we'll go yellows into green, because that makes more sense to me anyway, at least. And then I've kind of glumped a load of the teals together, which again are not together on the swatch sheet. And then the same, gone blue into purple, purple into more teals are up here, so it kind of goes down that way, down my swatch. So this is not the order that was in there. There's some bits that are similar, like I can see here, there's not quite the right order. I've clearly just gone off what was in there, but I moved about a good chunk of them that I wasn't happy with. Same with the browns. I've kind of tried to make them make a little bit more sense, but you've still got a good chunk of colours that, like, this looks very grey, doesn't it? That's the, what is it called? Greyish, greenish grey, is it? I've put my glasses down on the window ledge. Whoop, hold on. Just nearly dropped them on the floor. That's not wine. Greenish grey, which is in with the browns. Yeah, not with the greens, not with the greys, but I'm kind of thinking that needs to come down here, because it's, when you actually look at the swatch, it's more grey than it is green in real life. But it's certainly not brown or purple, so why is it there? And there's, there's still another one down here as well. So some of the time you get to the point where there's 300 pencils where you're like, oh, that'll just have to do for now. I think I did move that blood red right to the front because I couldn't have that, but as you can see, my aubergine is still down there, or eggplant, or whatever it's called. And then I've got my the pastels tray, the macarons bit, the fluorescents, and then these are all the metallics that are down there. So I've kind of got it so I feel I can use it at least. I'm not happy with this order that it's in, but at least it's in here and I can, like I say, use it and get used to it. You might notice some of them are now starting to be a little bit short because I have done some work with them, which I'll show you in a second. But overall, I think they are lovely looking pencils. I love the colour choices. There's a lot of greens in here that I really like. I really like pink tones as well and strong colour. There's lots of that in here. So that side of it, I'm really pleased with them. Yeah, I quite like them. It's just, I think, the actual... I need to do some playing about with this order. I think I've just got stuff everywhere on here. I do need to do some playing about with this and kind of get more used to it. But I think as I use them more, it'll start to make more sense. I did and ah about putting all these pastels in the right place. So oranges with the oranges, and I suppose these are kind of skinny tones down here. But in the end, I thought, no, I'll just keep them as a pastel tray, because I do like having a pastel tray. But yeah, I do like the colours. I think they're nice colours. They come out pretty nicely on this paper particularly. It suits this paper that they've put in with it. I think they're a comfortable pencil to use. I wasn't finding they were hurting my hand, that they were that hard or anything like that. What I've been doing is I've started a page in this one. Let's go out a little bit so you can see it. So this is a new book to me this month, R.J. Hampson's Moonlight Mischief. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to give this a go. And if you've been on my Instagram, you might have seen this pop up. So this is all in the Kalours. I've got a little bit, in fact I've still got them out here so I can show you what I've been using. So my little acrylic paint pens that I got from Timu over the weekend. I've used a few of those just in some of these highlight sections, just on some line work, but that's all. The rest is completely in my Kalours. And yeah, I quite enjoyed working them on here. Undoubtedly, I do think you've got to work them. I think that's, if you want a pencil that's just going to go, you're going to use it the once and you're done, this probably isn't the set for you if that's how you're wanting to work. You do have to keep layering and building the colour with them. First go isn't generally enough, unless you want like a really soft tone like these sections. Even this little bit at the bottom where I've been doing the shadow, you know, this bit where it's lighter, there's still probably 3, maybe 4 layers, soft layers of pencil in these areas, and then obviously a lot more. This is all the same colour pencil in this section here at the bottom. It's just, I've built the layers up in some sections, and I think it is, on Amazon paper, that works fine. You can layer it and layer it, and in the main I've not come to a point where I've gone, oh no, it's not going to take any more. I've done this background with, I think it's the emerald green, this background that I've been working on, that's probably the darkest colour that I've got on here, and that has had a lot of layers on it, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to layer maybe a bit of blue on top just to darken it. I think that would be my only criticism of these pencils. When you pick a dark colour out, let me get that one out because you'll maybe see what I mean. Is it that one on the top? Yeah, so this is the pencil I've been doing the background with. I don't think you'll be able to see it because I've got the light focused on the picture, but emerald green, and it, as you can see, it's quite a dark looking pencil, but when you actually start to work with it, hang on, the back of this, it's not that dark really. It will go dark when you keep building it, but if I picked out a similar pencil, my darkest green in my luminance, for example, which is an unfair comparison because these are nowhere near the same price point, that will go a lot darker. And I think that's my criticism of this set, that when you want a really super heavy dark colour, you've really got to work it, and the pigment is not going to be as strong as, you know, some of the better brands, but you can get it really nice. And I have enjoyed working this on this page. I've done all the background in pencil, in these pencils alone, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I quite like some of the effects. You know, I've used a little bit of the fluorescent yellow on the little branches to kind of get a little bit of highlight from the lights sources, and I think that's worked quite nicely on there as well. As you can see, I've put some rough bits of fluorescent on the little bugs and things of where I'm going to have some highlights. I need to put some on him actually, although he's stuck behind it. See, this is the problem. I have a little argument with myself. I'll probably put some on him as well. But yeah, I think the fluorescents have worked quite nicely on it, gives quite nice effects. As long as you're prepared to do layering with them, then I think they work fine. If you're, like I say, if you're used to Prismacolor and you just want that instant hit of dark colour straight away, then these probably don't suit you quite as much. But I'm quite happy layering. I'll work with that quite often. It takes a little bit longer, but I think you can get some really nice effects like that, and it makes you think a little bit more about some of the areas, or it makes me think a bit more about the areas. And yeah, obviously this is Amazon paper. It's working really well on Amazon paper. I think if you like colouring on Amazon paper, these are fine. As you can see, they do have a little bit of a waxy sheen about them. You can kind of see it, but it's not too bad a build up. And like I say, I've put a lot of that green on, an awful lot of that green on, but I still feel, you know, if I want to put a bit of a navy blue on to darken it a little bit more in some parts, because obviously this is evening kind of seen, I think I probably will get away with adding a bit of navy on top. I don't feel I've got to the point where I can't work it anymore. That was my worry with them. When I tried them on my little scrappy pads, I don't even know where it's gone. They seem to be building up very quickly on that, but I think it was just that paper didn't suit them. Certainly on this Amazon stuff, it's been fine, and I'd be quite more than happy to use these on my Amazon books. I think my next stage is to try it on something a bit better paper, maybe Hannah Carlson or Joanna Basford or something like that. But on this, yeah, I'm really pleased with them. They've worked really quite nicely. Obviously, I'm nowhere near finished yet, so I've got quite a bit to do on this. But yeah, overall, I'm quite pleased with them. It's early days. I'm still getting to know them. I wouldn't describe this as a review, really. It's my first impressions, my first little part of using these and seeing what they can do. Obviously, you can see how much of that I've used. You've seen how much I've done, and that's how much I've used of it compared to the others. So there's still, you're getting quite a lot of work out of them. I have worked that pencil quite a lot. That's obviously the other downside, isn't it, to a set like this. I'm buying them from AliExpress, which is what I did. When that's gone, it's gone, isn't it? I can't just get another one of those in order to get that pencil again. I'd probably have to get this 300 set again. I might drop Loppy and find it's in one of the smaller sets, but knowing my luck, probably not. But I think I'm really pleased with them. I love the colour palette in them. There's lots of really lovely colours in here. I'm looking forward to playing about with them a little bit more, the colour palettes. And hopefully getting these in a better order that makes more mental sense to me. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with my purchase. I'm going to add in the description the Ali seller that I got these from, just because I would recommend them. They were packaged so well. I think they took about 2 weeks. Temu was a day or so quicker than them. I think the second parcel arrived the same day as my Amazon parcel arrived, but Ali parcel even. But yeah, I would recommend the seller. I was paid by PayPal, so you've got a bit of comeback, haven't you, if you need to. And like I say, they were packaged so really nicely, and I'm quite pleased with these. I wish they were available a bit cheaper and easier here in the UK. Prices on Amazon here are probably, I think, a bit much for this set, but I'm happy to pay what I paid from Ali. Just yeah, overall I'm pretty pleased with it. I think hopefully I've given you a bit of an insight into them if you're interested in them. I think the 240 set is a bit more reasonable on Amazon, but I'm greedy and I wanted them all, so anyway, feel free to ask me any questions if you'd like to in the comments. By all means, I'm not going to know all the answers, but I'll give it a try. This is just my first impressions of them. That's how much I've used them. But yeah, hopefully it's been of interest to you. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying your colouring. Bye bye.